Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm here with Karen Good, and I'm going to talk to her in just a moment. What we're doing and what this is about is, in the past, we used to have missions in church on Sunday evening or on Wednesday night. We'd come in and we'd have a mission meeting, and everybody would hear about what was going on, and we would talk for a little bit about missions, and we'd make an emphasis. And we've gotten away from that, and we don't have Sunday night church anymore, and Wednesday nights are usually for prayer these days. And so what I want to do is use this video to help you know about missions and to let Karen help us, guide us in missions. Karen is our new NMI missions president. And this is her first year, so we're excited to have her with us. And so I want to introduce her to you. And as I said earlier, this is Karen Good. And if you don't know her, make sure that you come up and see her on Sunday and introduce yourself and get to know her. So how did you get to be NMI president?
The pastor called me one day and said, hey, would you like to have your name put up for NMI president? And I said, let me kind of pray about that a little bit.
Right.
I didn't know. I'd never been involved with missions too much, and I just felt like that was out of my comfort zone. So a lot of time in prayer, God kept telling me, or I felt he was telling me, Karen, you need to step out of that safety zone that you always want to stay in and do something different for me. So
that's really awesome.
I came up with a yes, and then the church elected me.
And we are so glad to have you, and I'm looking forward to finding out how this goes and starting over, kind of starting new and fresh, and it's been good so far. And we have several things that we have planned, and we want to share some of that with you. And so I'm going to have Karen tell you some of the things that are going on with missions and some of our plans as we move forward.
Well, one of the things is I did get a hold of a couple of different people here in the church to be on a committee with me so that they could help me and advise me and we could make some decisions. But I do want to remind everybody that the Memorial Day is coming up, and you have an opportunity to add somebody who has passed away to the Nazarene Memorial Roll. You're welcome to add anyone. They don't have to have been a Nazarene or a relative. You can add them. It's $100 for each person that you would add.
Right, for the memorial roll. However, if you want to just have them remembered in the service and not add them to the memorial roll, you're welcome to do that as well. You just need to let us know here at the office as soon as possible, and you can do that either by contacting me personally at my email jmarkdill@yahoo.com, or you can you can send it to Karen. And what's your?
It's cabcow@gmail.com. So it's
spell that out.
KABCOW@gmail.com.
Okay, and just let us know. And if you're doing the memorial roll, please send us or let us know. And you don't need to get the money in right away, but you need to get it as soon as possible to us. That money actually goes to fund missionaries' retirement and medical care here right now during, when you give the $100, it goes to that, to take care of their medical needs, I guess it is. So anyway, what else is going on?
Well, one of the things I wanted to remind people and kind of explain to them, I had heard since I had started here that you had some kind of a box to put food in for a food pantry, but I didn't know exactly what it was about or where it went. And so I've been starting to ask questions about that, and that is through the missions. It is one of our missions to collect the food. We take it then over to Forest Park Nazarene Church when the box gets full. And if I understand correctly, then once a month they have a food give out where they provide for the needy people. So I would like to get that started up again and let people know that it's available. The box is out in the foyer when you come in the main doors. You can put non-perishable goods in it. If you would like to donate money so that they can purchase perishable goods, then you can just designate it to the food pantry, put it in the collections on Sunday, or give it to me or Pastor Mark.
Right. Yeah, it's such a great deal, and it's so vital right now as we move into this time that we're in where food is getting more and more expensive. And I know it's hard for all of us too, but when we can give, I think God will bless that. So that's a good idea.
Yes.
What else is going on?
Well, one more thing for this little talk that we're having, I'd like to remind everybody that there is a Nazarene Mission International prayer calendar that the Nazarenes put out. It has something different to be prayed for each day on the calendar. I've made it available in both of the doorway foyers. If anybody would like to have one for them, just stop and pick it up.
Okay.
They can take what's on that for the day and add it to their prayer list and be praying.
Awesome. That's great. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot going on. And Karen is off to a good start. You need to be in prayer for her as she meets with her council and as they start to reestablish what missions means to Muncie First Church of the Nazarene, and there's so many things that it encompasses. And so Karen's on the big learning curve right now, so make sure that you keep her in your prayers and keep her encouraged. And if you have a chance to tell her thank you, just do that. Pat her on the back. You know, I know one thing. I know that feeling appreciated sometimes goes a long way. So we really do appreciate you, and thank you for doing all that you're doing, and looking forward to what God uses missions to do here in our church this year.